Go.
Good day, everyone. I'm Pastor Noel Santino. My daughter, Isa Noel, have asked me to answer a question regarding the fairness or the status of medical health in our country, more in particular the government and the private hospitals. How are they faring with the clientele? I used to work in the hospital as a medical technologist and in a government hospital in Manila. And during those times, our hospital is the #1 in Quezon City. And all people from all walks of life can come, and we provide probably not the best care, but good enough services. And we have enough doctors and practitioners, and we have a good laboratory that can supply and support the requirement of the hospital. When it comes to the public in mind, when it comes to a government hospital, it's usually the masa or the public who can really avail of the best opportunity for hospitalization in the government setting. But for those who can afford, those who have insurance, then of course it's another story. For those who are privately able to pay for their own hospitalization using their insurances, of course it cannot be compared to the one with a hospitalization in a government setting, because they have enough funding to put all of the requirements, while in the government hospitals or those who have to depend on government support and supply, it will entirely depend on what the government has to offer. For example, in a government hospital, you have to provide for your own stuff like medicine and even IVs and all the fluids that has to be taken. And sometimes the hospital have those stuff, but for most of the hospital in our government, they would have it in a very limited time, and so most of the patients would have to buy their own things. But for the private sector or for the private hospitals, money can do a lot of miracles, especially in an emergency case. But as far as emergency cases are concerned, for the government, they are able to do what is necessary, although we have quite a number of fatalities compared to the private, since the volume of patients that comes every day is very different on a private hospitals. The degree of cases also is worse in a government hospital compared to a private hospitals. The private hospital ironically has more of the equipment and the needed medication, but the cases normally come there would be the usual and the common. But when you go to the government hospitals, you would really get, with a very limited medication and ability supplies for the government hospitals, you get the cases which you would probably see rarely in different setting, in different kinds of diseases and sickness. So, we would say the government hospital is trying to do their best, but their best probably at this point cannot be compared to a private hospital. Thank you.